So maybe you've been watching this channel for some time and decided you would love to make Murrieta, California your home, but you now are wondering exactly which neighborhood you should choose. This video should solve that problem for you. Today, I'm going to share with you the top 5 neighborhoods, in my opinion, living in Murrieta, California. I'll give you the ins and the outs, the pros and the cons to each one of those neighborhoods here. Can't wait to show them off to you. Let's dive in. Hey guys, I'm Andrew Lewis, your local Temecula Valley realtor, and this channel is dedicated to all things living in the Temecula Valley, from new construction tours to neighborhood spotlights to new things coming here to the valley. I want you and your family to know exactly what it's like living here before you make the move. Thanks for tuning in. Let's get to today's content. All right, so the time has come to break down the top 5 neighborhoods living in Murrieta, California. They're in no particular order. I'm not going to tell you which one is the best because they are all so very different, but these are the 5 best neighborhoods living in Murrieta, California. Number 1 is Bear Creek. This is an exclusive guard-gated golf course community full of custom homes. You've got condos to custom mega mansions sitting on a beautiful golf course. This is on the northwest side of Murrieta, right off of Clinton Keith, just before you enter into La Cresta, which gets you to even more custom homes. This community is absolutely impossible to get into unless you are headed there for some golf or you live in the community. Otherwise, you have to get through the guard-gated community even to get inside. This community is absolutely beautiful. Many of the homes sit on the 18 holes of the Jack Nicklaus inspired golf course here. This is an immaculate course. This is not one of your cheap public courses that anybody can get to. You've got to have invite only to be able to golf here. And so you can expect some crisp green colors as you're looking out over that golf course. And so many of the homes have a view there, sit right on the golf course. Not only that, but this is an incredibly secure community, having 24/7 guard-gated access to get you in and out of the community. Again, that's something that will keep the entire neighborhood safe. So you've got some great views along with some natural scenery there in the area. You can even see wildlife running through the neighborhood from time to time. So it's absolutely gorgeous, along with the beautiful golf course as well. And lastly here, the schools assigned to this community are great. You've got Cole Canyon Elementary, a 9 out of 10 on greatschools.org, as well as Murrieta Valley High School, a 9 out of 10 on greatschools.org as well. So if you've got little ones and you live in Bear Creek, you're going to be going to top-notch schools. Let's touch for just a moment on the amenities to this community. You've got the golf course, again, invite only, private golf course to get you in there. So you've got that going for it. You've got pool, spa, clubhouse, fitness center, tennis courts, pickleball courts. You've got walking trails and again, beautiful scenery as you're walking throughout the community. So it comes jam-packed with a ton of amenities. Now let's talk home prices for this community. You've got condos, as I mentioned, so you can have as simple as a condo starting in the mid 500,000s, but mostly about 600,000 at this point. And then you work your way up into the custom homes in the neighborhood, and those homes start at just over $1 million as of the day of this recording. If you'd like some updated price information, feel free to reach out to my team and we can get you that right away. And let's touch on the HOA cost and the property taxes. The HOA in this community is $295 a month. Again, that gets you all of the amenities we just discussed. And if you'll be living in one of those condos, you will pay an additional $370 for that condo community fee as well. But all of those costs go into everything that you get within the community. Again, a really beautiful, crisp, clean community. I think it's well worth it for what you'll be spending here. On top of that, you've got property taxes to consider. This is a low property tax area for Murrieta, just a 1.25% property tax rate. Number 2 is Greer Ranch. This is actually another guard-gated community. This will be the last one on our list for today, but another guard-gated community. This is located in the north central area of Murrieta, right off of Clinton Keith. So that Clinton Keith Road would pass right by Greer Ranch and take you into Bear Creek as well. But a good location right in between the 15 and 215 freeways, so easy access to get just about anywhere you're going. Now, the pros to living in this community, again, number one, the fact that it is guard gated. It is very difficult to get in here. Even if you are a vendor, you need to be added onto the list by a homeowner just to get you access inside of the community. So going to be safe, you're not gonna have solar sales people knocking on your door or anything like that. So super safe community. Along with that, this is a very clean and well-kept community. Everything is well landscaped and taken care of very well. So you get a very good sense of cleanliness, but mature landscape that is trimmed really well and really regularly as you drive through the community. On top of that, you've got some strong schools as well. You've got Antelope Hills Elementary, which is rated an 8 out of 10 on greatschools.org, as well as Vista Murrieta High School, also rated an 8 out of 10. So if you've got little ones and you live in Greer Ranch, you're headed to some great schools there as well. Now let's move on to talk about the amenities that you're going to get inside of Greer Ranch. You're going to get pool, spa, clubhouse. On top of that, you've got walking trails, parks, playgrounds, and you've also got some barbecue areas as well. So many amenities on top of the fact that it's guard gated make this a well worth it HOA community. Home prices in this community will be a little bit more affordable than Bear Creek that we just discussed. So inside of Greer Ranch right now, you'd be looking at a minimum price point about $800,000 and working their way all the way up to just a little over $1.3 million as of the day of this recording. Again, if you want updated pricing, feel free to reach out to my team and we will get that to you right away. Now let's talk about how much you're going to be paying for all of those amenities. Let's talk HOA and property taxes here. HOA is super affordable for what you're going to get guard gated, and all of those amenities we talked about is going to cost you just $250 a month. That's quite a bargain in my opinion for what you'll be getting inside of the community. And I think as soon as you just drive through there, you'll absolutely get what I'm saying. On top of that, you've got property taxes of 1.2 to 1.3% in the community. That is on the low side of property taxes. So while you may be paying a little bit more for HOA than you might in other communities, those property taxes will save you significantly. Number 3 is the Ranchos community. This is located on the west side of Murrieta. Some of the pros living inside of the Ranchos community, these are all single-story homes. There's 4 different floor plans in there, all single stories. They're all on 1/3 of an acre or more, so you've got a little bit more land, some even as big as 1 acre, but it is still a tract home community. And you've got RV parking, 3-car garages, and no HOA. So all of those things added together, you get some people living very similar lifestyles because they've all got large single-story homes on some property with RV parking and the 3-car garage aspect to it. And on top of that, you're walking distance to great schools, just walking distance to Thompson Middle School and Murrieta Valley High School. Now, when it comes to amenities for the Ranchos, you actually do not have an HOA here, and so there are no neighborhood amenities. Basically, your pros here are that you get space, privacy, and potential for ADUs or additional dwelling units, basically a guest house you could build in the backyard just due to the size of the lots here in the Ranchos. Now let's talk about pricing in the Ranchos. Pricing currently is usually over $1 million. We're typically looking at homes from $1 million up to about $1.4 million as of the date of this recording. Every once in a while, you can grab an outdated one for in the $900,000 range. And if it's outdated and doesn't have a pool, might dip down into the $800,000 range, but typically you can expect to pay over $1 million. So let's talk about the monthly expenses living here. HOA, there is none, so you get a $0 a month HOA. That's an advantage to you. But for property taxes, they are 1.4 to 1.5% property tax rate inside of the community. I'm gonna put that right in the mid-range for property taxes for the Murrieta area. So you're saving on what you'll have as far as the HOA payment. However, you will have a little bit higher tax bill than you would get from the previous 2 neighborhoods we just talked about. For schools, we've already touched on those just a little bit, but for elementary, you've got Murrieta Elementary. That is rated a 4 out of 10 on greatschools.org. Thompson Middle School graded a 6 out of 10, and the Murrieta Valley High School, which we touched on earlier, is a 9 out of 10 on greatschools.org. Number 4 is Central Park. This is a community on the east side of Murrieta, located just off of Murrieta Hot Springs, about a 10 to 15 minute drive off the freeway to get yourself to Central Park. Now, some pros to living inside of the Central Park community. Number 1 is the HOA. It is just $40 per month. I know I jumped ahead and gave away that price, but it's just $40 a month and you get a ton of amenities. You get pool, spa, clubhouse. There is a public park right in the center of Central Park that gives you playground and tennis courts and basketball and a wide open space to play some soccer or some football or whatever you want there. You can even see the Temecula fireworks sitting right there inside the park. You can see those off in the distance. So you get a ton of bang for your buck for just $40 with that HOA. On top of that, you get access to Temecula schools. This is a Murrieta community that gets Temecula schools, which is a huge value add for the community. On top of that, it is a very clean community. I mentioned it does have an HOA, so it stays very clean there, and it is super family friendly with a ton of family friendly events happening all the time inside the community. To recap the amenities here, you've got pool, spa, park, walking trails, volleyball, tennis, basketball. You've got a ton of amenities here. That clubhouse is huge and you can rent it out for parties and it's super affordable. So you can throw birthday parties and baby showers and retirement parties, you name it, you can have it in there. It's got its own kitchen inside of there so you can prepare some food as well. So a really great option as far as amenities go for a really great price. Now let's talk about the home prices inside of Central Park. Currently on the low side, $600,000 for a home in Central Park, all the way on the high side to a little over $900,000. Occasionally, there are some with some really great views that will touch up over the $1 million mark if it's got the view and pool and it's a large square footage home, but anywhere from $600,000 to about $1 million on those price points currently. So let's move on to HOA and taxes. I already gave it away on the HOA side of things, just $49 a month as far as the HOA goes. And property taxes, this is a huge pro to this community, 1.1%. That's as low as it gets in the entire area. So not only do you get a super affordable HOA, you get a super affordable property tax, and you get Temecula schools and a ton of amenities. It's a great win all around. And number 5, we are going to move on to Copper Canyon. This is a neighborhood located in the west side of Murrieta, nestled up against the Santa Rosa Plateau and the hills of West Murrieta. You've got some beautiful views as you would expect. You've got walking trails, hiking trails, and a lot to do right there in the area. You really just don't have to leave the community. This is another super family-friendly community. It's actually known for a gigantic party on Halloween. This is basically where all of the kids in all of Murrieta rush to head out for Halloween. The Leaf Streets are famous for how they treat Halloween and decorate well and hand out a ton of candy. So super family-friendly. Do a lot of coordinating of events there as well. And on top of that, you are walking distance to elementary school for the communities. So quick access to Cole Canyon Elementary, which is a 9 out of 10 with greatschools.org. Again, a really great school, and the community is kind of built right around that elementary school. So quick access to that, and then just a short drive over to your middle school and high schools as well. So let's move on to talk about amenities. This actually has no HOA in the community. So there's no HOA managing things for you, but you do get some amenities that come with it. You've actually got Copper Canyon Park. There's an upper and a lower Copper Canyon Park. You've got baseball fields, some room to play some soccer, playground, and you've also got a 16-mile nature trail which runs right through Copper Canyon Park and actually leads you all the way into Lake Elsinore if you prefer to get out and explore. So you're not going to be paying a monthly fee for HOA, but you've got plenty to do right there inside the neighborhood. So now let's talk about price range for these homes. Currently on the low side, you're talking mid $600,000 range, and there are some larger homes on some larger lots, some even with some great views as well, that are gonna push you up to the $1 million mark, but that's usually the exception to the rule there. But you're typically gonna see, again, on the low side, 600,000 up to about $1 million. Now lastly, let's talk about the HOA and taxes there. HOA, as I mentioned, no HOA, so zero fee for you there, but you actually do get some amenities hidden within the community that you can take advantage of. For the tax rate, this actually varies a little bit. It's kind of a bigger neighborhood built by a couple different builders. So you've got a tax rate that ranges anywhere from 1.2% to 1.7%. So you're gonna wanna work with an expert, somebody who is well familiar with the tax rates in each of the different neighborhoods within Copper Canyon. So again, that can sway your payment by a few $100s with those few percentage points that you may be working with on the property tax side. So get in contact with my team and we can guide you to the lower tax neighborhoods within Copper Canyon. So there you have it. Those are the top 5 neighborhoods, according to me, who lives here in Murrieta, California. So whether you are looking for guard-gated community and live in a condo, to guard-gated community living in a mega mansion on a golf course, we've got that. If you want guard-gated with a ton of amenities and tract homes, we've got that. If you want single stories on some bigger properties, on some bigger lots with a 3-car garage and RV parking, you've got that. If you want a super clean tract home community and some Temecula schools, you've got that. And if you want a clean neighborhood, super family friendly, walking distance to schools, then there is that as well. These are some really great neighborhoods. We actually feature on our channel breakdowns individually of each one of these neighborhoods, along with several others. So be sure to check those out. I hope you enjoyed today's content and found it helpful. If you have any questions about moving to any of these neighborhoods in Murrieta, California, or moving to Murrieta in general, feel free to reach out to my team. You can give us a call, you can give us a text, you can send an email, and you can even set up a one-on-one Zoom consultation with someone from my team, and you can schedule that in the description below. It takes you directly to our calendar. You can book some time with somebody here, and we can answer any questions that you may have about these communities, as well as just moving and relocating to the area in general. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and we'll see you next time.